Hello, everyone. You're welcome to another episode of UnsKripted. This is a show by real people where we trash out real issues and we give you the real talk. Today's episode is going to be a very interesting one. You should trust us now. And guess what? The ladies are here. The delectable ladies. I'm sure that it's going to be a very wonderful show, interesting one, like I said. And we can't wait to give you all the juices. All right. So to my right, I have Bola. And to my immediate left, I have Glory. And as usual, my sister, we've been on this show for a while together now. I have Kumi. Yeah, we're all excited. And of course, my name is T. Look, we're 4 syllables. Don't forget. Yeah, so today's episode, like I said, we're going to give you as it is. And we're talking about the topic, singles, married, can we really be friends? If you don't get that, we're talking about when you have different marital status or any other status and you want to see, can this friendship actually continue? Can we have more depth to this friendship? Or would our difference in marital status or any other status be a barrier to us going deeper in this friendship? But before we get there, I just want to know, Kumi, I'm starting with you. We've been on this show together. Yeah, I know. Let's save the best. Let's save the best for the last, How do you make friends? And what do you do with your friends? Let's just even understand what you do with your friends. How do you make friends?
I'm not the nicest person.
Oh,
I'm not. I have like a big face on stuff. I can't say that on camera, but like I have a big face on stuff. Right, so I'm not the most friendliest person, but I might make friends. I feel like it's just, well, like I actually can't remember the last time I made a friend, but I feel like for the most part, it's maybe if we're in the same environment for like so long, or maybe we find out that there's a common interest that we both have, like that's a foundation for the friendship. And if I like, depending on what the foundation of friendship is, if I think like you're cool, or maybe you don't have some Georgina eyes, or something.
what's Georgina eyes? She'll give us the details.
It depends. Like there are different things. Like trying to remember the last time I made a new friend. I think it was my place of work. Like she was Nigerian. I'm like, I don't care if you're Nigerian. I'm like, hi, hello. Let's keep it strictly professional. But like, he kept on saying hi. Well, she kept on saying hi, hello. But I feel like I'm a great person to match energy, but not initiate energy. So yeah, that's like depending on if you say hi to me, I'm gonna match your energy.
Kumi, my question to you would be, when did you change? Because when I met you at Center of Life Church, you didn't have any BDC, all these things I say. It's not that you were nice, but you were not like repelling.
No, but that's the thing. I don't think I am. I don't think I would, like, if you say hi to me, I'll say hi to you. But I don't think I'll necessarily say hi.
Yeah, but the first line of what you said about you're not like the nicest, you're not really in that category.
Because my friends can be friends with you, does not mean I'm going to be friends with you.
Yeah, but you came across to me as a friendly person. So maybe you now changed. Or you're thinking that maybe good girl doesn't pay. All right, okay. So where do I go? Oh, yeah. Let me start. Let me continue with the person right beside me, Bola. How do you make friends?
How do I make friends?
Yeah.
Like Bukumi, I don't think I have made any real friend in my adult life.
Wow.
I think all my
Wow.
I'm friendly with people, right?
Okay.
I'm friendly with people. But I'm the kind of person that I am. I can laugh and play with you and then the next instant, and this is not me being snobbish or whatever. I don't remember your name or I don't even I don't and it's not me being snobbish, right? It's exactly or whatever. Call it whatever you want. But I have a lot of things on my mind, and then I don't have a lot of friends, but I'm friendly with everybody that meets me, right? I would smile, I would joke, I'll tell stories and everything. But then friends, like in the real sense of the word, they're very few. I basically can count them on.
Okay, so
my
those
face.
few friends that you have,
How
if
you
you
had
had
to-
recollect,
They're friend of a friend.
yeah, no, not friends
so
of a
how,
friend.
how did you become friends with them?
With my friends, probably school, like Bukumi, we stay in the same environment.
Okay, just situations,
and then,
scenarios made you
yeah,
guys come.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so have you ever, let me go deeper now. Have you ever actually reached out, like in recent times in your adult life, like you said, reached out and said, oh, I'm actually interested in this person for reasons best known to you? And for real.
No, no, and I don't think, and I don't
guys are
think,
something else.
and I don't think I would ever do that.
Really?
I don't think I would ever do that because I don't think, to me, that would feel like forced. Because if someone reaches out to me, say for instance, calls me or texts me and says, oh, I want to be your friend or whatever,
Yeah.
I will feel obligated to be that person's
Maybe
friend.
not, I want to
But
be your
even
friend.
if I don't want to be that person's friend, or even if I don't want to do
Yeah.
that kind of thing with
Yeah.
that person, I will feel obligated because I'll feel bad, like, the person did it. Yeah. No, don't, like, let it flow, let it come, right?
Okay.
Which is very hard because you have work. It's winter. I don't want to drive out in the winter. Things like that. It's
Sometimes I don't
very
even
hard.
want to talk too much.
I don't even want to talk. You get my point? It's like, yeah,
Come, you don't
I don't
text
want.
me.
Yeah, I don't want to
Day
talk
a day,
too
let me
much.
do my day.
Exactly. I don't even want to pick phone calls sometimes. Yeah,
It's beginning
so-
to look like I'm the only odd person here.
No, maybe you're just the only. Maybe you're the nicest person. Or you're the best.
No, nice is not
But-
the fruit of the spirit. Nice is, it's not nice.
No, kindness.
That's different from being like,
No, but it doesn't mean you're not kind.
okay. So,
It doesn't mean you're not kind.
Glory.
For me, well,
How do
what
you- how
I've
do you
heard
make
so
friends?
far from people's opinion and plus my husband too, because it says this always with Bukumi, I have this B face. People say it all the time, but I feel like I'm very lovable. I'm stop it, Bukumi. That's what I feel. Like I'm the most what will I say, loving person. I laugh a lot. I joke.
Most
a
sought
lot.
after.
I laugh a lot. I joke a lot. So I don't know why people try to feel like, oh, she's a snob.
So that's like people's opinion of you now.
Yeah,
And then it
so
could
they feel-
affect
Yeah.
them
so
reaching
people
out to
feel-
be your friends.
And the funny thing is that people say, oh, whoever is my friend, like Louis' friend, that person must be extra patient.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like it is.
Okay.
Because when I call you my friend, I mean you are my friend.
Okay.
That means you are my real person. That's what me I classify as friendship, right?
Okay, so do you take your time or do you deliberately reach out to be people?
I know I will not deliberately reach out.
Really, you guys.
So do you think you're
I will not
demanding as a
deliberately-
friend? Are you demanding as a friend? Like, do you
no.
expect your friend to always call you, to always visit you, things like that?
The people in my corner right now, we might not talk for like 3, 4, 5 days, even a week. But when we talk like 2 hours, 3 hours on the phone. Doesn't mean that you're not my friend. We can compile our gist and continue, or we can stay on the phone, FaceTime for a long time. But we are not talking like every day. But when I send you memes, when I send you Instagram, you're my friend.
Okay, so
But that's what I want to say because the thing that comes with friendship now is like for every relationship, you have to go through the ups and downs, right? Life is already hard.
yeah.
I cannot now be having a new friend. I'm not going to a new friend. I literally just
I feel like we're very liberal with the word friend. Maybe that's the thing
Okay,
that
so we don't. Okay, so let's try to. I may not be able to define it, but we're not talking about people who are your colleagues or acquaintances, like a friend, someone you would check on.
That's saying that my core people, like my personal person,
Yeah.
they're just like maybe 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, they could be. It could be just one person.
No, I'm serious. I won't call everybody my friend.
Okay.
I would classify my
course.
friendship,
Yeah, of
right?
course.
I have my church members, I have my colleagues, I have my, acquaintances, I have my, different. I won't say, oh, you're my
Okay.
friend. What do you know about me if I call you my friend?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Let me have this. Let me have this roundtable question. Do you have friends that are of the opposite gender and same gender? Just yes or no. Yes. Do you have friends that are of the opposite gender and same gender?
Acquaintances, yes, but no friends.
No friend.
Of the opposite.
Everybody watching right now, you think Glory is your friend.
Acquaintances and church members, yes.
Okay.
But my friend, no.
Right. So right now, your husband is your only friend, or maybe he's not even.
No.
a friend.
I said the opposite. He's my husband. He's
So the two.
Okay, so you don't have like someone you would call your friend right now that is
opposite. No.
how about same gender?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have like a couple.
Like three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so do you have same gender,
Opposite gender, yes, I do.
both that you can call your friend?
My friends.
Now, my next question is: out of all these people, do you have one or two of them that you deliberately reached out to say, oh, maybe okay, you guys met on a common grounds, like a common interest, you share maybe a space together, church or whatever, and then you now went out of your way to say, oh, I want to take this acquaintanceship. I don't know what's the right word. I want to take it to the next step. Not
What's the next step?
friendship now. Friendship. No, this is what I mean. So when you met the person, like, you've never been in a situation where you deliberately want to be close to someone and want to be friends with the person? You guys are proud.
No, I don't think it's pride. I don't think it's pride.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
But I feel like I have. Like I want to believe that this person, I would like this person to be my friend. Like, maybe because we like.
But it has been a long time, right?
Actually,
and
The thing is that some people say that friendship based on looks and we can take pictures
Package.
together. We can take cute pictures together.
Yeah.
I can show you off to the public like
Even Lagos vibes, all those Lagos girls.
We do nice, girls night out and we are doing videos and Snapchat and
Yeah.
So people choose their friendship based off of that, but wow.
I think the only thing that can make me feel like, oh, I want to be someone's friend, that like in my most shallow moment is when I hear the person talk, right? Like the tonation, how they speak, and how I'm not like about the looks, and because me myself, I'm not really much of a thing to look at. But when you talk, and I can like, oh wow, not for now, but you're speaking good in exactly.
Okay.
I can like, I like this person. But then trust me, by the time I enter into my car, I've forgotten about. But then I'm just saying, like at that instance, right? That's one thing that I would feel like, oh, I want to be friends with this person for, right? But then, like speaking of seeing someone and saying, no, I want to be friends. I think it's happened to me once, and I followed through the friendship. But this was a long time ago, right?
Okay.
And I followed through, and we're still friends till date. He's we had met. We was in the bank, and he was talking and like, oh, I like this person, and then fortunately he started chatting with me.
Is it the quality of the?
It was
tonation
actually
or
the way he was talking,
or
like
the content?
no, it was actually in your words, right? It was the quality. Yes, it was yes, yeah. So like, and then over the years that we've been friends, I don't have any regrets about the friendship, right? Like I'm like, okay. So I think that's like a good way for me to pick my friends, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not going out of my way.
I say me, I'm very demanding when it comes to loyalty and mutual respect.
Okay.
When I call you my friend, that has to be big. You have to be loyal. You have to be.
Because you also did the same, right?
Of course.
So what
that's
happens
what
if
I'm
you don't get that from someone?
saying. And then we're not friends. Before I even say we are friends, I noticed that you're loyal. I already noticed that you have mutual respect for me. Not that because, okay, you are fine or anything. You might not be well put together, but if you have this too, I know that, okay, I can trust you because I know me, I don't know how to keep secrets. I'll tell you, that's one thing. So I'm going to tell you a lot of things, and I don't expect you to tell, and I don't expect you to have another best friend that you're telling my secrets.
Yeah. So you're actually a demanding friend.
I'm not saying, hold on.
So you're actually
Exactly.
So you're actually
I'm
a
not
demanding
saying that
friend.
you can have another best friend.
But not
I'm not
share the same
Yes.
information.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
That
so it's
before I
hard.
call you my friend, I know that your mouth are sealed. You don't have a loose mouth. Do you understand? So if
Your
I
best
tell
friend
you,
has a best friend.
I'm not saying you don't have your own best friend, but I don't want to hear my.
with someone that has another best friend.
Yes, my friends, my close friends have their own.
Now that's why I don't have best friends. Like
that's what
because
I'm saying that.
I can't say because I'm perceiving you to be my best friend, then you automatically we're not married. So
No, it's not. Like
okay, so in order not to drag the discussion, let's now move to what I hear all of you say is like I really don't see anybody saying that, okay, at this stage of my life, I can go all out to want to be someone's friend. But what I did hear you say is that you have friends. You have people you call friends, right? Now, taking it a step further, those friends that you have, do you think there are situations where maybe your own status has changed or their own status would change and would affect the dynamics of your friendship. I want to hear from you first, Bola.
Marital status, is that what you mean?
It could be marital, it could be any
Okay,
other
because
status.
I'm single, right? Like I'm not married.
Yeah.
And I think 90% of my friends are married.
Oh,
Yes.
good about you.
not them.
No,
No,
like
that says good about her.
90 yeah, I want to say 90%
Well, I don't
of
know
my
what
friends
to
are married.
Both genders.
Yes. And I don't think I have any problems with them because of my kind of person, right?
Okay.
I would not visit people unnecessarily, right? I won't call you in the middle of the night, whether man or woman, right? I won't do all those things that would, because I know that if I'm sitting down with my husband and his phone rings and it's a girl calling and he says, "Oh, this is Bola calling." In my head, yes, I know you're friends, but at the same time,
Why
right?
call it at this time?
Yeah, yes.
What's wrong with
It's
you?
something I want to remind you about that game we
My
want to
friend
watch
text,
together.
Send a
What's
text.
wrong with you?
Send it. So
I want to hear your voice. So,
why do you want to hear another person?
you don't know. The fact that you
So I like so this is another thing, like how you like pick friends, right? Automatically my friend's wife, she's my friend, right?
must she be?
Yes,
Yes,
she has
must
to.
be.
You have
She
to.
must be. She must be. I would not. I would not have. If I want to call him, and I say for instance, I need to speak with him, right? And I call him once and he's not picking. I feel very comfortable calling his wife,
Okay.
or I feel comfortable sending a message to his wife and saying,
Okay. So automatically the wife is your friend.
"Yes, she's my
Okay.
friend."
Aside marital status, do you think there could be any change that could? Because what I hear you say is that marital status doesn't affect
Yes.
friendship. Is there anything at all?
I
Anything?
think
in status?
financial status is like the one that really, really affects friendship most.
you.
Well, generally, I want
Okay.
to say,
All right.
generally, like, for instance, this Japa mode,
Okay.
Nigeria people, and then, I think like that affects. I was reading something on Instagram about a girl that she was lamenting about her best friend not being her best friend. She was the one that traveled, and then her friend was still in their home country, right? And then she realized that her friend now has other friends, that they go out, they have inside
So the
jokes.
social status of the friend changed.
So yeah, so she felt really bad about it. As a matter of fact, she said she was crying. She called her
Why
crying.
though? Is it that the friend is
Because
not calling that anymore? She's not
she just
physically
felt
present.
yes, she just felt left out
Okay.
in her friend's life because and then the friend was like, "Oh, I feel like you have other things that you're also engaged in now."
But
So
that could be because of the relocation, not necessarily the change in financial or social.
well,
whatever.
I mean, automatically, someone if
You're in the abroad.
yes, automatically.
it could be a situation of.
Do you know
out
how
of
much
sight
$1
out of
is
mind.
now? So it's there's no, because even if you're making like a lot of money in Nigeria, right? It's still not
Like being
here.
I'm making dollars.
Yes, that's what I feel.
All right, Gobi. Do you think there are some factors, or let me say some changing status that could affect? And if you have examples, like she shared, stories that you know of that people have told you about, where it affected the dynamics of the friendship.
Well, for me, it happened to me.
Okay.
Before I got married, I had these two close friends, and they were supposed to be my bridesmaid. I had to pick someone random, not random, like just an acquaintance, not a friend. Yeah, that. Oh yeah.
So
She's
random.
not random. She was a church member, right?
Okay.
So I had to pick her to be my bridesmaid because these girls that I called my very close friend, very close friend in the sense that back home when you have this ASU strike, university and everything, this girl comes to our house, stay in our house, that close, yeah, that close, and she just started acting funny few weeks to my wedding. The other girl too started acting funny. It was just like, what is going on? Till today, I cannot explain what happened.
Why didn't you ask them? Sorry, I'm trying you.
No,
On the spot.
I did.
I'm just.
I
curious.
did.
Okay.
No, I did.
Because if they were your friends, you'd be able to say, "What's up with you?"
I did, but it was excuses upon excuses that weren't genuine.
All right.
And on my wedding day, one of them came to my wedding with her own
call people with their own ashrebi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, on my wedding day. So friends have showed me shege. Sorry if you don't know what shege is. Shege is shege.
That's why you should not have a lot of them.
Exactly. They've shown me I'm a very loyal person, and when I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. Do you understand? So if I see your movement is already shaking like this, my girl, you're going. I'm not even looking at you twice because I've seen and I've heard.
So do you think that, I don't want to use the word intimidated, like, do you think they felt intimidated that your marital status?
On that, I feel like some people perceive me as she always feel like all that and more. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm not like that. I am humble.
You said you should come down from your eye.
I am humble, honestly. Some people perceive me that way, and I when I get these things, I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is what people think I have. God, I need this in my life. Do you understand what I mean? Because when I've heard a lot about me, and I'm like, wow,
This is what this person thinks.
and you know the funny thing is that these people that are talking about you are, you are looking up to them. The designer.
I'm still yet to get it. Is it like the old wedding preparation that got them like really shit, or the fact that you're about to get married?
That's what I'm saying. That till today,
Yeah.
if you ask me now, what I go ask, I can't explain.
Glory.
I've
They didn't
asked
know you
them.
were going to relocate after the wedding.
No,
They didn't know that.
no, but they no. Of course, my husband was here,
Yeah.
and
So
Yeah,
they
of course they would have an
probably-
idea.
So that brings me back to the
Issue
whole
of, she's
jackpot
going
thing.
to, she's not going to be here
back
anymore.
then, this was how many years? Almost 9 years ago. Back then, the
Jackpot mentality.
Yeah,
It was
wasn't
even
there.
worse. It was
And
even worse then.
worse
Yeah.
because, if
Because
you
it
had a
wasn't as
partner-
yeah.
If you had a partner here, you'll probably be waiting two years,
Exactly,
3 years
yeah.
before you even join your partner. So the jackpot thing was not even processing. Even people were asking me that, are you sure this your husband is going to bring you over? Do you understand what I mean? So it's not about traveling. I don't even know what happened. I have another friend here that wanted to get married, and our friendship too broke.
Okay.
Till today.
But you notice the change in behavior when is it? So my question really is: was it when you were preparing for the wedding, or when they got the information that
When I was preparing for the wedding.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's possible that you did some things that they were not so
So
cool
this
with.
is it. I came to you. I asked you severally.
Okay.
What did I do? I called people. And,
wow.
to ask that, okay, did I do
Those are
anything?
very-
I will apologize.
Yeah,
I'm saying that.
very intentional.
I'm saying that if I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. I
Yeah.
want to really, so that if I know that I'm at fault, I don't want to hear just outside that you're like, oh, she did this to me. Let me apologize to you and let's settle everything. And if you don't want to be my friend, it's okay, but let me even clear my conscience that, okay, this is what I did. Do you understand what I mean? But they don't have anything tangible to say. So I'm like, maybe my own.
Okay, so you can't really place the
point.
reason why.
Yeah.
Kumi, let's move to Kumi now. Do you think there are instances where change in status, whatever status, can affect the dynamics of friendship?
Not really though, because I've had friends that like we were friends, they were single and then we got married. And it's funny because so like I have friends of same sex and opposite sex that they've gotten married. And it's funny because some I knew their spouse, others like we had to be friends as Bola said, like to just make it easier. And it's funny.
So it is to just make it easier, not that you're really interested in the other.
First of all, like we just doing wahala. Like, and you know that it's an organic friendship, like there's really nothing there.
Okay.
So why are you trying to build something out of something that's not there? Like why are you shallying for
Yeah.
something that is not even already there?
Exactly.
So you're like, I beg you. And obviously you say if you know that, if you were me, I know that I have some witchcraft behavior.
Yeah.
Why you are calling
On
you
your-
out?
okay.
So let's just be guided. But it's funny that normally, like before they got married, I can call you to level after that is were able to do like a transfer.
Yeah.
But now they're married, you're like, you almost call them and like,
Let me think twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, like now we're gonna be talking to you 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Business hours because not because like there's a chain effect, just because you want to respect me, you want to respect the other person, and also because it's a lot harder if the person you're marrying is not your friend,
Yeah.
and you have to grow the relationship. But this person is your friend, you're like, but even at that, you still want to respect things.
Yeah.
You know that things are not the same. So yes, change in status has affected the relationship, but it's not more so changing it for the worse, but it's just more so respecting things
Okay.
and just and boundaries. Exactly.
Okay. Not like you're less of friends, but
Really, no, I don't.
yeah, like just know when to call, like those
Yeah,
kind of
just
things.
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
not the depth of the friendship.
No, I don't think
But those things will eventually translate into affecting the depth of the friendship, right? Because
but the thing is, it depends on how long you guys were friends
Not really.
before. It depends on how long you guys
Or
were
how
friends
deep
before.
the friendship
Yeah,
was.
before
If
they
it was
changed
just
their
like,
status.
yeah.
If it was early and they changed their status, oh, the good girl, now you're a married one, hasta la vie. But if it's not, like, if you guys have, like, have been friends for so long or you have a very deep friendship, it just takes some readjustment and you guys will be good. You might not talk as often as I used to talk, but when you talk, you will catch up.
Yeah.
And you'll be good.
yeah.
And then another thing that I feel is you have to know your friends, right? Like, don't be too loose with the word friend. You have to understand your friend.
agreed on that.
Some
Bola.
things.
Those few friends, even if it's just one that you have, right? What can affect the depth of that friendship is what we want to get into now. We've agreed
What
that
can
you can't have lots of friends. You can be like me. I like forget the fact I said that I'm a friendly person and I laugh and all of that. Like I said, I don't have a best friend. I don't have a best friend. I have just very few people that I'm close to, and they are basically like you said, we have some common interests, right? I don't think I have one person that knows 360 degrees everything about my life. You can have maybe like 270. Another person has like 180, right? But you're my friend.
Isn't that life though?
Yeah. No, there's some people.
Oh, some people.
There's some people, and then that's why
it will be completely 360.
no, there are people like that, and then when you
Yeah,
when
you'll be
there's
shocked.
then when they have issues, then they get heartbroken. Like someone has spoken to me before, like yeah, they have like someone
I was really heartbroken.
who is like 360 degree their friend, you know every nitty details. Yeah, so Bola, you sound like someone who's very considerate. As in, if you have a friend who is you're single and then the person is married, so you try to adjust your So what will you do if you get married and then your spouse or your partner doesn't want you to be friends with a particular person, regardless of the gender, be it a guy or a girl?
If it's my partner,
Yeah, your
like my
partner is not,
husband,
like I'm not just comfortable. Of course,
then that friendship is gone.
automatically.
Absolutely.
No. Hello, when we were dating, where was this friend? Like, I don't understand. Like, how can you just say we should no longer be friends? It has to be something you must have. Like, there has to be something. Like,
Of course,
Yeah.
people. Of course, I can like as your spouse, I can come up with excuses like you see, they're not always black
but
and
like-
white. But I'll
like-
tell you that there's this vibe I'm getting. Give you
but
some
that's
examples.
what I'm saying. While we were together, like before we got married, did you know of this friend? Right? And if you knew of this friend, why is it like, okay, now we're married, you now have to say I should cut off this friend?
So, if you're dating someone and your boyfriend, right, says, "I don't like your friend," would you cut off the friendship?
No, I'll ask why. What exactly
then he
do
gives
you
you
like?
give his
he
reasons,
gives you his
right?
reasons.
People, like
Would you cut off the friendship?
I don't think I will cut it off directly.
So
no.
you would rather let go of your relationship?
No, it's not. It's not like
You
it's,
manage
it's,
it.
it's not,
You
it's
manage-
not an
so-
ultimatum. But like, I need like, I'm a very reasonable person. I need to reason with what you're saying. Like, what are the grounds of you not trusting the person? Especially depending on how long, what's the depth of
what
this.
if it sounds reasonable?
If you're
Like, what are you seeing? Like,
So
other
if
people.
if your boyfriend has, I don't even want to go to the husband now. If your boyfriend has a friend that you're not comfortable with, male or female,
I'm not going to tell him to. I'm just going to express my concerns. Like, yo, what's
And then
up
what
with
do you
this
expect?
person?
what do you expect him to do
when you
after
express
laying
your
your
concerns?
concerns?
We're going to have a conversation about
then
it.
At the end of the day,
No,
that
but
would
that's
lead
what I'm
to
saying.
what?
I'm not one person to say, like, depending on what the reason is.
so if the reason is a very genuine reason,
Like,
remember
what?
that
Like,
the way we perceive
I
people,
want something substantial. Like, what exactly am I saying? Like,
Or you say
this
that you're
person.
not going to let go regardless of what.
No, I'm not saying that. It depends on what it is. Okay, it depends on what.
If it might be, if it's reasonable to your partner and you feel like it's not
exactly. That's what I'm
reasonable for you,
saying. Most of the
so you're
time,
not
that's what
gonna let go.
happens, right?
because for you to pick a partner, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that's
Yeah,
like
but
the
before
highest.
This person was my
form of
partner. That person was
relationship.
my friend. Though.
Yes, you
Yeah.
understand that.
Why am I?
We only- and let me tell you, Bukumi, if I was your friend, right, and you are fighting, your husband is telling you, "Oh, I don't like Bola," and you're fighting and saying, "No, Bola is my friend." if my own husband comes and says, look, I don't like to come, Mama,
That's you,
so let me
that's
just
you. But I'm not going to do that.
It's not that's you. It's not that.
It's not like it's a bad thing or anything.
No, that's the way people.
It's a personality thing.
Because I'm sleeping and waking up with this man, right? Is the one that is we are doing life together.
But what if it's wrong?
So don't marry. So don't be with someone that you know will be wrong.
But it's not good. It's not a
For you
perfect.
to
But
pick
it's
your
not perfect
husband,
though.
for you to pick your husband, just like you're not perfect. For you to pick your husband, right? Then you have a sort of a trust that is deep enough
You
to
committed.
trust
Commitment.
judgment.
to trust,
Yeah.
to trust it.
I get it.
Because if it is me and I see it, even if it's a guy, not even a man, like I know some of my friends that would say that, oh, this guy hanging out with my husband has some negative impact on me, and things like that, and they would take their ground.
So
and like, no, I don't
have a
want
question.
this
I have a
friendship.
question for you
Yes.
now. There's like your husband or the person you're with right now. Husband is even too far. The person you're with right now has this friend, and they've been together. Like they've gone to, like, maybe they were friends from uni. Like
hell and fire.
and maybe they go out together and all of that, and now he's with you, and this friend is the friend that makes him go out. Okay, you're like, okay, guy, you are with me. You cannot be outside like that again. Do you get? Are you gonna tell this your partner to cut him off?
That's what I mean by you have to, your partner, there's this sort of, for you to pick your partner, there's this sort of, I want to speak Yoruba. I want Yoruba word to describe that sense. That
You believe in
that
makes
person
good
must
judgment.
have that sense.
but
He's not just going to come to you.
You guys are
He's
not
not just
answering
going
my
to come
question.
to you and
You
say
guys are
that
not answering my question.
just anybody.
For instance, I'm giving you an example now. Right?
I'm not going to just tell my husband to make do with his friends.
Okay.
Just anyhow. No.
Yeah, but what Bola is saying is that if
It
the
has to
scenario
have a
happens, you're
reason.
going to
And
honor.
the reason has to be
reason, though.
tangible.
She's going to honor.
Like, I'm not going to tell my
She's
husband
going to
not
honor
be
the
friends
perspective of the
not to
husband
hang out
or
because he's hanging out with someone. Stop being friends with that person.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you, please reduce the way you hang out with this
Exactly.
person.
But
what if you're telling him to
Okay,
cut
for
him
instance,
off?
I'll give you an instance of a kind of person that I can never let my husband be friends with. A Yahoo boy. My husband I would never marry a man that is friends with a Yahoo boy.
That's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the extreme,
Yes.
right? But like there's some middle ground.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So, are you willing to risk your relationship hold on for your friend?
See, nobody has to go. That's what I'm saying.
No, someone has to go.
There are sometimes you have to make that
Someone has to
decision.
go. Someone has to
It
go.
depends on the gravity of what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
You
That
know that it would affect your relationship.
yeah.
I know, but like that's what I'm saying. There are lots of factors to this thing. It depends on the depth of the friendship that I have with this person. Hold on. Before you came to my life, if I have a great depth with this person, I'm sorry, whoever you are, you cannot just come and tell me to cut it off.
You see what she said? You see what you said?
yeah,
But that is your
but that's what I'm
husband. That is your life partner.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, that before he became my partner.
Okay, ladies. I
you
think
knew this friend.
I think we're not trying to say
this is not like that's what I'm saying. Sorry,
Yeah.
but this is not somebody that are you coming from the angle of is my husband? Because if he's my husband, this is friend. If I'm trying to like still reason with my husband that I cannot cut off this person, that means this person means a lot to me. So that means by the time we were together, you should have known of this friend. So what reservations did you have then that you had to keep quiet and now you're my husband? Now you want me to cut it off?
I think I can give an example of how this thing started. Really, while dating, the person might have reservations, might not have escalated to I don't want to even see him in my house, right? But sometimes at the point it gets to, I know you guys can be sending texts or all that, but I don't want to hear like you're going out with this person because we have different backgrounds and you have your reasons. I have my reason. You feel that, some things are permissible. The guy is just like that, maybe just allow him. And I feel that for me, probably it's affecting you. I can see that this thing is affecting your spiritual, whatever it is. It could be any reason at all. So what you are saying is,
see, I like peace.
you
I know
manage-
I'll follow my husband, but I'm not going to cut off that friend.
okay,
I'll probably manage the
So
situation.
that's your own, that's what you think. But what Bola is saying is that she's going to honor the perspective of whatever your spouse is saying, regardless. That's what she's saying. Lori, what do you think? How would you manage the situation where your spouse?
If whatever my partner is giving me is reasonable enough for me, I think I will.
Okay.
That's number
You will
one.
let go.
I will let go of that friendship.
Okay.
That's number. And number two, even if I feel like you're just being. I will still try to let my friend know that you know what,
This guy,
yeah,
is not really cool with you.
exactly, my sister. You know, I like you so much, but then I still have to respect my partner.
Can we
think-
switch?
I
Can we
think- I
switch
think-
the
I think
question?
maybe because-
Like, what if your friend says, "I don't like this guy that you're dating"?
Really?
Yes.
What
And this is your
dating or your husband?
Like, of course, not your husband.
There's
Because
a lot of things to it. Like
Yeah.
your friend cannot just say, and this is us talking. This is us talking. Like we've established the friend that this is not new friend.
Yeah.
So now you're with somebody that you're dating. I want to believe that this friend you should have known of this my partner on the talking stage when we first dated. Like you did not have reservations there, except you're giving me tangible receipts on why I should not be with my partner.
So if your friend gives you a tangible reason,
Yeah.
that because this, you're going to let go of your.
I'm going to have a conversation. The same
And then
way
the conversation
the same way
leads to where?
So
Exactly.
I'm
I'm
having
having
the
the
conversation.
conversation.
See, I'm not one person to pick one side.
Okay.
I'm going to listen to both sides.
Because at the end of the day, you still have to pick a side.
People are not both your friends.
You have to
What
pick
is
your
your
friend?
partner?
What
But
is your
I want to
spouse?
believe my partner is my friend.
No, it's hold on.
My partner is not my
Bukumi,
friend.
I don't work that way. Yeah.
Your partner is
You're
not your-
missing it.
Bukumi, you see
Wait. You're missing
You
it.
see this? You're a very reasonable person that you say. If you're reasonable, you would know that someone that is, your friend, right, would have a lot of reservation with your relationship.
Yeah.
You know that.
What
Not
if-
even with the
what if-
dynamics
what
of
if
hold
that
on.
what if that reservation is right though? Because it
Yeah, so
happens.
that's what I'm saying.
So
So
do you
that's
pick
why I
your
said-
partner? Because there are a lot of movies like that.
Would you pick your friend?
Would you pick your partner or your friend? If you know, like,
Answer the question.
no, I'm
Like, that's what I'm
asking
saying.
you. Like, I have
because
to,
I'm,
like,
I'm
if-
flipping the question because
if
you're
you're
saying
coming
that
to me, if you're coming to me about my partner, right, and all of that, depending on what it is.
Kumi, after having that conversation, and let's all agree that this is reasonable. You even tell that in front of maybe more
Like,
mature
who is
people.
reasonable? Like my partner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, like, is it my partner that's telling me to cut off my friend?
whoever now.
No, it depends. No, like, okay, if my
The
partner
partner,
is
the partner. Let's,
if my
let's take
partner
the
is
partner.
telling me to cut off my friend
And
based
it's
on this thing,
reasonable, yeah.
yes, I will cut off my friend.
Except you don't trust the judgment of your partner.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
why
Which for
if
you
you don't
to
trust
even have a
your
partner,
partner's
you have to
judgment,
trust
then
their
you'll be like,
judgment.
But what if your friend is telling?
So that's why I asked you that if
what
your friend tells you about your partner and says, "Oh, I don't like this thing," with reasonable, tangible,
would you leave your partner?
Would I leave my partner? That's what I'm saying. I'm
or no?
asking you. I'm asking because
No,
we
I don't
already
think you
told
should
you
be
that.
the partner. I think
Would
you
you,
should-
Bola, would you?
Would I leave my partner if my friend
He's
is
saying that, see this, reason, see
reservation.
this, what's wrong with you, babe? Can't you see this? Can't you see that?
if the observation is like, okay, for instance, I'll give it an example. If I don't know, and then she tells me, oh, this guy is, I'm
This,
sure
that.
this is for instance now maybe a Yahoo boy.
And you don't have that
And I
information.
know- and I did not
But she
know.
has the information.
Of course, I would leave him like that.
So that is based on your personal judgment. at the
Yeah,
end of the
not
day.
what she is saying.
Not
At the
even
end
what
of
your
the day-
friend-
That did not
But she
come to
brought
me
it to
initially.
you.
She brought it to me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Which
saying.
is exactly what
So,
would
but
happen.
you're not picking your partner now.
How? No, I won't pick I will pick the person that is right.
Okay. I think we are.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Because of time, we need to kind of
that's what I'm
like tie
saying. So you're not
everything
always
together.
gonna pick your partner.
And wrap
it's
it
not,
up.
it's not a function of me always picking my partner.
But what if your
But
partner has a better judgment on some other things?
has a better judgment
On other things?
Yeah, exactly.
You
That's
yourself have a very good judgment about
Yes,
things.
exactly.
So you have a
That's
good
it.
judgment.
So
Because
if-
if you don't, you won't know what
ladies,
the
so
judgment says.
if you bring it up to me and you
Okay, so
table
we're
it,
going to allow Bola to talk
if
now. and
you
then we-
table it to
and
me
then this is
and I understand it and I see it, of course I would now make my own judgment. It's not so if someone comes to me and
But that's what they were asking me, though. Like, what would be your judgment? Who are you picking? Because you have to pick
the
one.
person that I feel that they are
Who is it going to be?
No,
if
no,
it's
I
my
think
partner,
I
fine.
think it's a
If
fair,
it's
it's a fair
my
answer,
partner,
response actually.
if it
because
is
could
my
be any
partner,
of
I
them.
will
that's what
pick
I
my
said,
partner. Or
though.
if it's not,
No,
I
you
will
are
not.
like to hell with who are you? I've been this friends.
No. I said that based on, it depends on what you are bringing to the table. Like, what is the reason behind it? I'm going to listen to you, but I'm also going to listen to so I'm going to listen to both parties, and I will make my judgment based on that.
Okay, so Kumi.
But it's not like both of them are 100% right. No
Kumi.
matter the judgment.
Kumi,
You
marital
wrong. No,
status.
fake Bola next.
No, you. So marital status, you agree, can affect the dynamics. So remember, we're not saying that it will determine whether you're friends with this person or not, but you agree would affect the could affect the
Yes.
dynamics of friendship.
Yes.
In terms
It's
of
still
time to
doable.
call, what to say.
Yeah.
You also agree. Do you agree, Bola?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, I agree too.
Especially with women, we are special species. So
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, my story is not really like changes marital status. It's more of okay. So I have very close friends, like we have like a clique of 3-4 friends, in high school, and then by the time I moved, like I was one of the first persons to out of the clique to get admission. You know, back in the days now, our jump can jump you and all that to get admission to uni, and all of a sudden, like the way they used to talk, the things just started irritating me. I'm sorry, because I started moving with more matured people. You get, like, in terms of the way they reason and all of that. And it's, to be honest, it sliced my friendship, like, was really bad. Like, I could say that I lost my friends then.
I do have a
It's
question.
not really a betrayal. It's just like the way we reason, the things we talk about, just kind of like, we're not jiving.
I do have a question.
Lack of boundaries for me.
I do have a question for, like, especially agenda. When you're like, does change of status for you affect your friendship with other people? Like, so for example, if you're married and you have single friends, does it affect your friendship?
For me, it will affect it, not because I want it to, but because there will be situations where, for example,
They're just
middle of the
updated
night
on-
gists, chats. What do you used to call it? That was MTN.
Extra cool.
Extra cool then. I used to do. It's almost like a zero, right? But my husband would be like, seriously. Even me, I'll be like that to him, that seriously, out of all the days, you understand? Those kind of things that maybe you have a friend and you're doing makeup, he's shaving, and then you talk, and there's nothing between both of you. You can't imagine doing the same thing when you're married somewhere. Are you serious? I will give you slap. But you understand? As all those kind of things, I don't like it. Like, you're just saying, we're just friends. And then you're shaving, she's doing makeup, and you're doing WhatsApp
And you're
call.
on FaceTime.
Seriously, you can't do
call.
normal audio call.
I just feel like people, for every human, there's always this next stage of life for you.
Yeah.
You've moved from that singlehood to marriage. Now you guys will not have common grounds anymore.
Yeah.
Because now you're facing something different. She's facing something different. And that dynamic would not work.
It's something I don't like, but it happens.
It happens. There's
I
no
don't
way.
like it. I really don't like it.
She's in
Yeah,
another
it's not
phase
only
of her
marital
life.
status.
Yes,
When I was before I left Nigeria, I think like almost I was the last person in Nigeria. All my friends had moved, you know, to the US, and so I remember, like, I think the last year that I spent in Nigeria, and then they all came home. It was someone's wedding, and then we were all together, and then, you know, people started. It was offensive to me. Maybe they didn't even mean anything.
Okay.
It was offensive to me, like, you know, like
You're
Just-
the only one.
statements that, you know,
okay,
it was
they
a-
don't
yeah,
like-
yeah,
It's like
like
you
that.
can't relate to
Yeah.
them. It's like,
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If they're in a
so I-
different phase, you are still in
So
a
I
different
feel like if I go
Yeah.
to Nigeria now, or if I go back home now, right, the same thing might happen to a friend that I have in Nigeria, and then she would feel like, well, a lot, you know.
no, but like,
Exactly.
because
But
of
then
how
it's-
I am,
yeah.
I really would not try to push that because I really don't like that feeling. Like, let's say you, like, we're both looking
maybe
for
not
jobs. No,
intentionally.
exactly, because like I know, like, I personally don't like. So let's say we're all looking for jobs, right? And then like I get a job and you don't have a job because I know I don't like the feeling of being left out.
You go above and beyond.
I would just to make sure that that's how I am.
different from marital status.
No,
It is
it's another
different.
phase of life.
No,
another
it's
phase.
no.
No,
I
see, I understand. See, I understand that it comes with
compare
things.
marital status
No.
and career status.
Like,
You
I
cannot-
understand
they are
that, like,
two
with the
different-
example that Titi made, I understand that, yes, if we're together, I get that, yes, that, but I'm just saying that I'm one person that if I'm married, for example, and I like my close friend is not married, I know that feeling of being left out, so I would intentionally wait.
Living a house.
Maybe it's not
different.
intentional.
It's not
I know. I'm not saying any of this is intentional. I'm just saying that I will purposefully make sure like I'm planning a day out with her, not because it's intentional.
It does not really
So
work that
imagine
way.
if you have issues with your husband, how do you want your friend to relate to that?
Exactly.
You can't discuss that with your.
I remember one friend was asking me that,
It's
not even a
normal.
friend, like
It's
an
just normal.
acquaintance. She was asking me that, oh, how do you feel when your friends are always talking about their kids? Because, you know, they have kids and I'm not even married. Like, oh, how do you, and before then, I'm telling you sincerely, it had never occurred to me. Before she said that. It had never- so I was like,
Is it really an
You're like, hey, yeah, really?
yeah. Because my friends will come in to say, oh, my child is doing this, or they will tell me, and then, you know, we'll talk about it. But when she said that, I'm telling you, it took the grace of God for me not to now start saying,
But
you know,
you're a very good person for you to have married people around you and you're well composed, because I've seen you with their kids and everything, right? Yeah, honestly, I will commend you. But then that's what I'm saying, that there are some dynamics of friendship that once you're married and you've moved, they don't understand you anymore. And there are some that will still understand. Do you understand what I mean? There are some single friends that will still understand and be like, hold on. There are some single friends that they're aspiring to, you know, get to that position where you are. So they have knowledge. They've learned, you know. So they will understand. Even if you're venting, you know, I can't go out today, you know, they understand.
Yeah.
They're not like,
why there will be some people who would, they will be like, everything they'll be like, is it because exactly, yeah.
I mean, it takes understanding too, Sha.
That's what I'm saying. It takes knowledge for them, because wisdom. It takes wisdom, because if you want to get married,
understanding.
For someone that wants to get married, that means you're learning.
Yes,
for that
exactly.
next phase.
Even with kids,
Not everybody. Not every single person is preparing for that next phase.
Yeah, true.
So if I have a friend there, because I have an idea of, I might not be there, but I have an idea. Oh, my sister, I can't help you. There's nothing I can do. But I can recommend you to something like this.
No, but looking at it now, looking at what Bola said with the example of our friends talking about kids, right? She's not there, but when she gets there, she has a better knowledge. She has like, okay, based on, I know that my friend used to say this and that. She has better understanding on how to do things. So it's not like every time married people have to mingle with married people. Like sometimes.
In conclusion,
mix up.
In conclusion, the ladies have spoken that change in marital status, change in whatever level of life can affect friendship. And you shouldn't take it like people just try to not to take it like so personal. It could be personal, but like don't take it on the negative side. Try to it's basically they're trying to manage things on their own end, and even sometimes they could be looking out for you, right? Like I don't want to, like for me, there are some friends I'd be like, oh, I don't want my husband to have any issue with this friend. So I give myself sense in everything I do. Like I should be able to pick their calls right if I put it on speaker and all of that, right? Because I don't want any issue. So I just feel that people should like be positive minded when there are scenarios where maybe change the status is beginning to affect the depth of the friendship. But that's just like, but I can't just end this episode without asking this question. And the question is, if you have a spouse that says, no, I'm sorry, I can't let go of this friendship, what would you do? Just a one-liner.
Then we are over.
Really? Okay, one-liner response.
Hasta la vida.
No, don't give me the answer like that. Stop sitting on the fence. Stop sitting on the fence.
Because I want to believe I'm reasonable with what I'm saying.
For me, I will keep fighting you about that issue.
Yes, so
We'll
we
fight.
fight.
No, what fighting?
No,
fight.
when I say fight, I mean that I will keep bringing it to the table.
Now, what to eat for how long?
No. That
But
means,
for how long?
That means relationship doesn't have any meaning to you.
No,
If
no,
it does,
I'm talking about.
you would consider whatever I'm saying.
Do you understand what? No, yeah,
See,
but my question.
It's not every time that two people will agree. Even
Yeah, even us like
Not
a
when
wife.
it comes
But
to
when
this.
when it comes to
Hold on.
things as serious
When
as
women
that,
say, "Oh, I don't like that your female friend," she comes wrong.
Or like, is it for female friends?
No,
me,
no. I'm just
Now you're
saying.
talking about
no,
female
I'm
friends.
just saying for example.
Let's go
Female
for
friend, you have
opposite
to
gender.
listen. You have to listen to me.
Exactly. That's what
I
I'm saying.
don't like the vibe this girl is giving. 80% of the time,
You're
we
right.
are always right.
We're not always right, but 80% I
of the
agree.
time, because we can see, we
know how we function.
We know that your sneaky move. I've done it before. I know.
Yeah.
You understand? So don't bring it close.
Yeah.
But men will want to always feel like
They're
that.
very
If your man says that, babe, you're the one that will take a trip, there's nothing wrong with this girl. What will you
That's
do?
what I'm saying, that my brother.
You
peace
pack your
out.
load and go.
Peace
Tell me,
out.
what would you do?
I feel like I'll keep pushing. I'll keep
Okay.
pushing
Simple.
until I get to my
we'll
limit.
keep fighting about it.
Until I get.
Okay,
And if the man likes peace, he will listen to me.
No,
Exactly.
If
peace
not, he will
out.
follow her.
Brother,
But I think that
later.
I think that I think what we should do really is like God should just give us wisdom to table things, especially when it comes to husbands. You can't. I thought party shouldn't be the reason why.
Yeah.
You understand? So I think we should just pray. Everybody should just pray when it comes to marital status. Like,
That's not what praying for. Like that's all we say.
Minimize your prayer.
Why would I marry a prayer point? Out of all the things I'm fighting, I'm not praying for that.
not pray for the friendship to
My
break,
friend,
but
Minimize your
rather,
prayer points.
no, the prayer point really is like the wisdom to manage it, the right time to speak with this
Speak
person.
and
Because
how to
everybody
say
should
it
have
too.
that soft spot where you can touch them, even if it means I'm not saying you should- you know. And sometimes people's demands are not that crazy. It's not saying that you should delete the number from your phone.
My
It's
friend
just like
comes to that
I
person.
don't know.
These are your government ash. My friend
be-
comes to that person.
It could be that all I'm asking is like reduce
Communication.
communication, or you guys be reasonable. I don't want you like hanging out every other week or whatever. So, so
I hope you keep this energy when it's your own turn.
That's my own. No, that's my own.
I can't wait. I can't wait to have maybe not the same topic, but I can't wait to have you guys on another episode. Thank you so much, Bola. Thank you so much. Glory. You see that we brought people that they can talk, they can vibe. So to the next episode, we're saying bye. Bye.